Hi Leo, how's everybody doing? Before we get into it, let's set the intention for this to be a space where everyone allows themselves to feel seen and validated, and ultimately for this to be a safe space and a healing space in alignment with everyone's highest good. All right, Leo, let's see what's going on for you. All right, we are starting off with the Hanged Man, which represents Neptune energy. You may have been taking some time to think something over to the point of finding clarity that you were looking for. Can be about a job with the King of Pentacles here. Like maybe thinking about work, maybe what you're going to be doing for money, how you want to take control of things. You may be prioritizing work now. This can also be something going on with another person in your life. You may have been taking more of a back seat before, and you want to be in charge of something or in control of something. You may have felt too like before something could have been even out of your hands and you needed time to think about something or even figure it out, and now you're figuring out what you need to do, how things are now in your hands, and how that's bringing you more comfort than whatever it was that you were doing before. There's a sense of being able to express yourself, or now having the opportunity to do so differently than you had been doing before. Maybe trying to like focus on joy and happiness and optimism as well. You could be moving on from something too. To see Neptune and the Devil next to each other, there could have been something that you were even battling and trying to figure out for yourself. This could have been something that has like even addictive qualities, or something you were doing that was habitual and you didn't think it was particularly healthy, but it may have taken some time for you to see this even. It does look like it could have been related to like money, finances, something like that. You could have also been waiting to hear something, or waiting to send a message to someone, but you may have needed to wait until you were in a better environment to do so. I'm hearing before reaching out. If this is reversed, you may not have heard someone until they were in a better position to be communicating with you. Maybe until something even died down. Okay. I'm looking at 2 3s next to each other here. That feels significant. Making progress with something that you're involved in. This can be someone you're working with or collaborating with. Doesn't have to be job related, although it can be. It looks like something interpersonally that you're involved in. That you've been making progress with. This can have to do with a Capricorn, Pisces, or Leo. Scorpio. So, for those of you that this is related to a relationship, you may have needed time to think about how there was a situation that could have turned into something that like you find to be unhealthy. It could be like the dynamic, it could be an environment that you had been in. It looks like you are doing something when it comes to like your finances or your money or your job, something that you wish to do. It looks also like something else is ending, which would make sense to see the Death card here, because you may be leaving something behind, but reaching for something new now. For some of you, I'm hearing researching. It looks too like a relationship that you were in before may be coming to an end, or if something is changing altogether. So this can be a dynamic. It looks like you're starting something new. So like maybe leaving something that had been familiar in exchange for something new that you're exploring. For some of you, as I said before about this possibly being reversed, you may be reaching out to somebody about starting something new with them. They could be reaching out and connecting with you. It seems like what you had been searching for was to move out of a chaotic situation. It seems like you have successfully done this now for yourself, and now an opportunity is opening up for you. This is something you feel excited about, something you feel happy about, definitely something that feels like you have more of a purpose now. Finding more of a purpose, feeling like there's more of a purpose when it comes to what you're involving yourself in, who you're also interacting with and working with. This plan that's up, this opportunity that's coming up for you, it looks like there's going to need to be some planning surrounding this. I'm hearing two-step. For some of you, you may be either hearing from someone from the past, reaching out to someone from the past. This is somebody that you're familiar with. This is somebody you've been interacting with, or you had within the past. It looks like you also would have gone through an ending with this person. Maybe previously. This can be someone that's like kind of reintroducing themselves into your life, or somebody that you're bringing on board now. It does even seem like you've gotten to a good place with someone, and things may have not been feeling like that before in the past. I'm looking at Neptune, the Sun, Capricorn, Scorpio. So some type of relationship is coming to an end, and now it looks like there's a new opportunity, again, with someone from your past. This can be a past life soulmate, even for some of you. So I don't know if you're like actually working with this person. This can be like an old job or old coworkers as well, but it can also just be someone from your personal life that you had spent time trying to work things out with. Regarding whatever had been going on in the past, because what I've been seeing for the Leo energies lately, it seemed like you had been progressively like going through some sort of transition. And what I'm seeing now is that it seems like you're kind of getting out on the other side of it. So things seem to be calming down. And maybe you needed time to allow things to play out in the way that they would be. And timing seemed like a factor in whatever you were going through. Like I'm seeing part of the timing kind of be somewhat out of your control. But yeah, it seems like you've successfully like made it through a transition, or you're finally coming out on the other side of that. I am looking at the Hermit here. Yeah. Reflecting on a new beginning for you, a new chapter that you're starting. You may be taking some more time for yourself. Figuring out how you feel about something or someone. Things could have been chaotic, whatever you were going through before, and now it seems like whatever this new chapter is that you're starting, there's more of a sense of feeling secure in what you're doing, and it seems like that hadn't been, I'm hearing, available before. This is what you're working on. Your stability, security can be things having to do with like home, the place where you reside, stuff like that. Working on taking care of yourself, prioritizing your self-care, the things that bring you comfort. This looks like a lot of like material 3D things that are going on for you with all of the pentacles here. And maybe this is also what's been on your mind lately. It seems like this has been stuff that you've been reflecting on solo. But now kind of like this solo energy is shifting into something else. Because it looks like the cycle of maybe even you being alone is finishing now. I am seeing something potentially with a new opportunity when it comes to love popping up for you. I'm looking at both the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups here. And the Empress. I do keep seeing the Ten of Swords on the bottom of the deck. Seems like some type of ending may even be looming for you. Maybe something that hasn't come full circle yet, but it will be eventually. You could also be focusing on a big cycle that you're completing now. You could have recognized too that doing something in one way ended up maybe getting you caught up in a cycle that was hard to complete, but now that you've completed it, there's a sense of being able to like look back at like even past behavior and past patterns and understand like how that led you to what you recently went through. You may have an opportunity as well to jump on something. It looks like this would be a decision that's made quickly, potentially, or you have the option to do that. Maybe you're also in a place where you could be debating what you want. It's like trying to figure out whether you want something that would be like more fast-paced and non-committal versus something that's going to feel stable for you, and maybe you're trying to like balance out these two aspects of yourself. You could be working on studying something new, learning about something new. This is something that would feel empowering to you. This also looks like it's somehow connected to like even the way that you perceive yourself, maybe even how you're feeling towards someone. So this is something that could be building your self-esteem, but you could also be like maybe having a lot of thoughts centered towards someone even. If this is not someone, this is about like you reflecting on yourself and what's going to bring you a sense of empowerment. And working on using your voice in alignment with that. Once you figure out what that means for you, I'm hearing selectively. It looks like there may be a conversation that's coming up with someone. This could definitely be something pertaining to even how you're feeling towards somebody. This is definitely someone that you feel an attraction towards. But there's a sense of wanting to be mindful about the way that you go about doing this, because, and remember, energies can always be reversed. If you're approaching someone in a way that they don't feel like empowered by the way that you approach them, they may be setting boundaries with you. So be mindful of that too, because it looks like they're looking for something very, very balanced, and they may feel the need to set boundaries if you like come on too hot and heavy or too quickly or like too impulsively even with this person. And maybe you're also trying to figure out the best way to even communicate with this person. Again, it can be about feelings that you have towards them, but you may want to ground something before you approach them. As I said before, this can be reversed, so somebody could be thinking about bringing something up to you and trying to figure out the proper way to approach you because they want you to feel empowered by the way that they do this, supported, trying to bring some sort of like stable energy into your life. It looks like you're also reviewing something that had been karmically unfolding. I'm seeing this be important to where you are now because there's a sense of like not wanting to repeat something that had happened before. And so you being mindful to review a past cycle is going to be very important to you, to your stability, to your empowerment, and to how that translates when it comes to like how you call things out, certain conversations that you're having, and how you address certain people as well. Because it looks like you're learning more and more about like being in a place that feels good to you, even in a deeper sense. So this goes beyond just getting like gratification from certain scenarios or like validation. It goes much deeper than that. Definitely reflective of like how you're feeling towards yourself, your sense of self-worth even, and wanting to make decisions and have conversations that move in alignment with that. I'm looking at Virgo, Saturn, Venus, Libra. If someone approaches you in a way that is not how you want to be approached, you're being guided to set boundaries. Like you may even almost like see something coming and you're meant to nip it in the bud if it starts going in a direction that you don't like. I'm seeing you also like on the pursuit of finding something that feels more fulfilling. This plan is in progress is what I'm hearing. This may also be about the way that you manage your, I'm hearing emotional experience. I'm also hearing emotional history. Some type of, so something that you're doing is like definitely taking a while to come to fruition, but I'm seeing that this is going to be worth it to you. It's like when it comes to you finding things that feel fulfilling to you in spaces that you feel good about being in, there's definitely something being developed when it comes to your emotional truth, but it's something that's taking time to unfold. Something that you're investing in though. And this can be like going to therapy or finding a counselor, getting connected with your spirit guides or even your higher self, or you can have like somebody in your life that's providing some sort of like emotional support at this time. You could be studying more when it comes to like mood management, psychology, things like that. Anything that has to do with, I'm hearing the emotional field and the emotional body. In order for you to do this, though, there may be an offer that you're turning down. This can be like an offer to go back to something or someone from the past. I was looking at the Lovers on the bottom of the deck. This is Gemini. Yeah, it looks like you moving on altogether from a situation that you were not finding what you were looking for. It's like no matter how, I'm seeing a situation where it's like you may have been sticking around somewhere hoping that it would like become what you wanted it to become, but it never really got to that place. And there's a sense of like cutting your losses and finally moving on from this. And it's going to definitely help you like stabilize and ground emotionally, because it seems like you may be feeling a bunch of different things about someone or something, but this is going to take some time to settle down for you. So that's why you may be taking a break from someone or something. This can be an environment even that you had been involved in. You may feel the need to like ground or meditate or do anything that like brings you back into your body and helps you feel present. And for some of you that may mean not renegotiating something with someone. There's that ending. Yeah. In order for you to find what you're looking for when it comes to a deeper, more significant sense of satisfaction, you're being guided to end something, to take care and prioritize, to take care of and prioritize your emotional and mental health, because it does again seem like something is kind of all over the place emotionally, and you may be having a hard time kind of picking through what you're feeling. And this ending is definitely going to help you. Even though it may be hard to do with the Ten of Swords here, because you may feel emotionally connected with someone, but there's a sense of like needing to allow things to breathe for right now, and definitely taking time to like prioritize your self-care and your grounding and all of that. It looks too like something also may not have gone as planned, and you may be kind of reeling from that still. So it's something that needs to be processed. I am seeing this be connected to like someone definitely that you have an emotional connection with. There's a sense of like this being somewhat unpleasant, so you may like want to avoid it a little bit, but I'm seeing it's going to help to just address this head on and take the time that you need to process everything and sit with it. Because it seems like if you go back into an environment instead of cutting it off, you may find that you're going to end up feeling disappointed by this, but it is all what you make it with the Magician here. So it's very much in your hands what you're going to do with this. Yeah, you may have not wanted something to end, or you may just be sad in general about it. But it looks like you're making your own luck now. And if things come through that you recognize as being out of alignment, you're meant to be like turning down whatever these things are that are coming through if you feel like they're not supportive of the path that you're developing right now and cultivating for yourself. As I said before about creating your own luck, it looks like you're going to need to manifest something important that's going to make something else that's significant come to fruition for you. And this can be very much related with the Nine of Pentacles to like your stability. I'm hearing financial growth for some, your independence in general. So like there could even be a situation that if you get pulled back into it, you may not have to do things as independently, but you're not going to find what you're looking for emotionally there. And so it seems like you're going to come back to having to end things anyway. However, if you end things now, even though it may be like trickier or more difficult, or there's more work that you need to put in, you're going to be doing something independently and definitely feel good about doing that for yourself. I'm just looking at Mercury here. I'm also looking at Taurus on the bottom of the deck. There's something going on with an interpersonal relationship I'm seeing. It looks like things are not ending pleasantly necessarily with this person. Like, I'm definitely seeing some heartbreak that was involved in the connection that you had with them. This could have been somebody that, like, you felt a connection with automatically, and maybe you even felt like they were kind of guided into your life, and then it transitioned very quickly into you like merging with this person. And then I'm seeing a sense of heartbreak even that you experienced with them. Spirit's guiding you to call judgment on this. This person may be coming back through to make an offer to you, but there's a sense of, if you feel like you can't open your heart up to this, you're being guided to let it go. If you feel like this person is not receptive, like they are not willing to connect with you and get vulnerable, you're being guided to let it go. If things happened within this connection and you feel like you can clear out the heart space and that this person is also like ready and willing to be vulnerable with you, it looks like something that you can end up working out, because I am seeing a connection with someone that looks very meaningful to you. And like, you may have felt the significance of this when you got connected with this person, but I am seeing that like whatever conflict there is that still exists between you and this person, it's linked to like past hurtful experiences. And if there's any chance of this working out, whoever is still holding on to stuff that happened within the heart chakra, whoever does not have a cleared heart chakra, unless that's cleared out, the relationship is going to be a no-go. This is what I'm seeing. I'm looking at Taurus, Gemini, Pluto. Pluto, Scorpio energy. All right, my friends, we are going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everybody for joining. Thank you for tuning in. I'm wishing everybody love and light and healing, and I hope to catch you guys next time.